Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in the 4 or 5 years I've been doing YouTube. I had something happen to me today that has never happened to me before, uh, ever. So I am recording this on Thursday, January the 26th. So I actually had a video release today. Um, and I've put out many videos of opinions on game developers and games and stuff like that. I've never had a game developer actually reach out and contact me about one of my videos, and that is exactly what happened. So I put out a video about Fernbus Simulator, and it was titled "Don't Get Your Hopes Up." And basically, I just went through some of the things that I felt the publisher Aerosoft wasn't being upfront about. So yeah, I published the video, and then I got a message from Fabian, the man himself, the head producer over at Aerosoft, the guy that I was maybe a little harsh to in my video. Um, there's a reason for that. So let me just kind of get into some of the backstory here. On SimNext's videos, my issue was that Fabian, um, the things he says, he seems to contradict himself. But since he reached out to me, and he talked to me on Discord, and I gotta say, I had a really pleasant conversation with the guy. I'm not gonna lie about it. I wouldn't lie about it. If I didn't, I would tell you guys. I will say that it started out with his first message was a little rocky, but I spoke to him. I messaged him. We messaged back and forth, and two mature adult men. We worked it out, and yeah, I can honestly say that I had a really wonderful conversation with the guy. He cleared up a lot of things, and honestly, I feel a little better about the state of the game and where the game is headed now that I've spoken to him. If you guys know me at all, if you guys have watched any of my past stuff, you will know that I don't lie. I just tell it like it is. I tell it how I see it. Maybe this time I was a little harsh, and I'm a big enough person to say that I apologize for that. I apologize to Fabian if I was a little too harsh in that video. Like I said, after speaking with him, my opinion on him has completely changed. He was really pleasant to talk to. He answered all of my questions. He took a lot of time out of his day to talk to me. I took time out of my day to converse back with him, to try to get some information. And I'm happy to say that there's some things I can pass on to you guys. Okay, so the biggest thing was wheel support. So in their last video, he gave us a list of all the wheels that they tested. Now the problem is, he never said in that video anything about force feedback. And I'm sitting there watching this going, what about the force feedback? He's not saying anything about it. And then I'm seeing in the comments people asking about force feedback, and he's saying I can't confirm that it's going to work at launch and this and that. So that put me off. So it turns out that all the wheels that they tested, literally every Logitech, every Thrustmaster, and every Hori wheel that they tested works on the game. Okay? Force feedback, however, is not. Force feedback is just working on a couple wheels. He didn't tell me which wheels. I don't think he had the list with him. The time of day it is. I think he's probably home by now because of the time difference. So, he didn't have that. He did mention that if he has time and if he remembers, he will try to slip into a video a list of what wheels have the force feedback working. So yes, it sucks that force feedback isn't going to be working, but my thing was that I know how people are. I'm people. I'm consumer, okay? If I buy a game and the game says it has wheel support, force feedback is part of the wheel. So right away, I assume if you say wheel support, force feedback is going to work. And I know that everybody that has a wheel is going to assume the same thing, because you buy a wheel for force feedback. If I didn't want force feedback, I'd buy Thrustmaster T80, right? Nobody wants that. They want a wheel because they want the force feedback. So, you know, that was my biggest thing, is that they didn't really mention anything about the force feedback. And, you know, I feel like this game is already going to come out with people really skeptical because of Tourist Bus Simulator. And again, I after talking to Fabian, I'm going to be honest, I don't feel that they are doing anything malicious. I don't feel that they're purposefully trying to, you know, be deceitful or anything like that. I really don't. You know, again, from what I can gather from him, he seems to be very passionate. He seems to be very much excited about the game. It seems to be something that he's very much into, and he wants it to be the best experience for console players. And you know what, guys? I'm going to be honest with you. I've said this many times, and I'll say it again. I will always give a developer the benefit of the doubt unless they give me a reason not to. And Tourist Bus Simulator, in my eyes, that's not a big enough reason to not give them the benefit of the doubt. The game came out in, what, May? And they did patch it. You know, like in the beginning, all the curbs and stuff, they were all black. There were no curbs and so, I mean, they did patch the game. They did fixes in the game. You know, I do feel that maybe transparency would be a little bit better from TML or Aerosoft. I mean, Aerosoft, they are doing videos, but I think the problem with that is not everybody is seeing these videos. So if you're playing Tourist Bus Simulator, there's nothing out there on Facebook or their Twitter page or anything like that to say, look it, we're going to fix the game, just give us some time. We want to release Fernbus Simulator first, and then we're going to work on Tourist Bus Simulator. You know, I think if they will put out a big post like that on all of the platforms, that it would be better, because as it is right now, if you're not following their YouTube channel, you're not going to get this information. And I think that's doing the game a bit of a disservice, because I do feel it's a good game. I just feel that people are misinformed about the game, and you know, they feel like they're being left in the dark, and I totally understand that. I really do understand that. I would urge you guys, if you're interested in this game or Fernbus Simulator, go subscribe to SimNext. Go check out their videos. And you know, I'm gonna say this: try to keep an open mind about things. And I think what's happening is, it's like the whole social media internet thing, right? You see a comment, and there's so many ways that you can interpret a comment, but you don't really know how the person that typed the comment intended it. So whereas a comment that, you know, you write, you may be thinking you're being lighthearted or funny, other people read it and think you're being sarcastic. Maybe that's what's going on here. I don't know. But all I do know is that, like I said, I spoke with him. He was, you know, really pleasant to me. We had a nice talk. You know, I could say that they have some things lined up in the future that I'm not going to say in this video, because for one, I don't know if I'm allowed to. I don't know if he told me that in conference or whatever, but he did tell me about some DLCs that we'll be getting after the launch of the game in the future that are pretty cool. You know, he did tell me that they're going to keep updating the game. They're going to keep testing wheels. They're going to keep trying to get force feedback working and all of that good stuff. So before I end the video, guys, I just want to say that I don't think people really realize how big something like Fernbus Simulator coming to console really is. Okay? With a game like that, if that game does well, and if they do a good job on it, this can literally open the doors to other developers making games like this, more developers making games like this, right? Maybe even, well, not like triple or double A, but, you know, more developers going, oh, wow, okay, so, you know, console players do want these types of games. Let's do it. You know, we already have SES. They've already talked about they're upgrading their game engine this year, and they're including console capability, console compatibility even. Jeez. So, you know, maybe if SES sees Fernbus is, you know, successful and has done good, maybe that'll push them even more to want to bring their game to console. You know, we have the Truck World Australia. Supposedly that's going to come to console. I don't know for sure. I mean, they're pretty tight-lipped about it. They have the driving school version of the game out on Steam. You know, I don't think that's coming to console, so I don't know. But again, a game like this could open the door for all those other games. And once they come over, more developers will take notice and go, hey, you know what? Yeah, let's do that. Let's try that. So that's all I want. I just want the best experience for everybody. I want, you know, people to be happy. I don't want people getting the game and being super disappointed because they thought something was going to work that didn't work. You know, we see that so many times with games, and like literally, and again, I think Fabian is just excited about the game, and maybe he's got so much on his plate that he's not, you know, like he's forgetting to tell everything or something like that. You know, but unfortunately, it's gonna hurt the game because, you know, gamers are toxic in general, and this is something that it'll just add fuel to the fire for the people that are already skeptical because of Tourist Bus Simulator. But again, I just wanted to say that, you know, I'm a big enough person to admit that I was wrong, or maybe I was a little too harsh or hasty. But yeah, I hope to speak to Fabian more in the future. You know, I hope to work with him, and I hope to be able to get, you know, information out more. I think from here on out, anything I see in the videos that I question, I will just shoot him a message, you know, and ask him about it, and you know, and do it that way. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I would urge you to subscribe to their channel if you're interested in this game. Maybe check out their Discord. They do have a Discord. And like I said, guys, I'm not here to sugarcoat anything, right? I'm not here to sell you guys anything. All I ever do is go on my experiences, and my experience with Fabian was really good. I mean, he could have probably been, you know, a lot worse than he was, but he was very nice. You know, we had a lovely discussion, and I really appreciate the info that he gave me. And, you know, who knows, maybe moving forward, we can have some kind of working relationship here. I would absolutely love that, you know. So, yeah, guys, I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.